The Overhill Cherokee belief is that all people descended from one ancestor, the Great Spirit, Yahweh, or God. Government among the Overhill people was set up so that no one person, band, or clan had total control over the other people. The Overhill Nation's tradition is that relations with others should be direct and honest. The Overhill Cherokee were hunters, fishermen, gifted stoneworkers, woodcrafters, weavers, laborers, and farmers. They were a combination of individuals who were intelligent enough to realize that it required the contribution of each person in the band to survive as a nation of people. The Overhill people realized the need of not completely ravaging and depleting the plants and berries and other wild vegetables that Mother Earth provided along riverbanks and mountainsides. They would only take what was needed to survive and would leave the rest for the animal life and to ensure that a crop would grow again in that area for the next harvest time. The Overhill people understood the need for personal independence and freedom of all people. Adulthood was recognized by the person's ability to accept responsibilities that came from traveling the trail of life. The Overhill Cherokee dance was a form of religious freedom. The youth would join with neighboring bands, and the people would join with other adults from different towns in the Overhill land, and they would gather and dance, therefore creating good relations with each other. Many events, such as births, marriages, naming ceremonies, and deaths, had a relationship with dancing. Dancing was the way a warrior or hunter would tell what and how they had done in battle, or the way they had tracked and killed a bear or a deer. Chanting and drumming was the way the Overhill Cherokee communicated with the Great Spirit or God and with their ancestors and loved ones who had passed on. Drumming was the body and soul of the Overhill Cherokee in communicating with the Great Spirit. All Overhill Cherokee towns had central dancing areas called the community fire. And the Overhill people never killed wild game just for the sake of killing, but only as it was needed for survival. If a warrior went out and he saw 3 deer and he only killed 2, it was because he only needed 2, and that's what he would bring back to the village. And it was a tradition for a warrior preparing for a hunt to take a stick of cedar, hickory, pine, or cherry wood and burn it in small fire into ashes. He would then take a hollow deer horn and mix the ashes from the fire with sun fat from different animals and make a paste. Then he would smear this paste on his body. This was believed to bring success to his hunt. The Overhill people had isolation homes for people who were sick or had diseases. The Overhill Cherokee had no idols, they had no priest, and they did not make sacrifice of animals. They believed in going directly to the Great Spirit, God, and speaking directly to Him. They believed in the Great Spirit in total unhidden faith, and the Great Spirit was not invisible to our people, but lived in everything around them. The sun, the stars, the trees, the water, the mountains, the wind that blew in their face carried the spirit of the Creator. Therefore, the Overhill Cherokee were worshiping God in every aspect of life, from birth until death, each step they took. on the path of life. The Overhill people looked after the aged, the poor, and the sick, and the crippled. This was believed to be the will of the Great Spirit. The Overhill people believed that by talking directly with the Great Spirit, fasting, and cleansing their body of bad thoughts, they would have power over their enemies and the people around them. The Overhill Cherokee were taught to hold their tongue, to never interrupt someone who is speaking, and always listen even when it is boring. Never speak in anger until you have spoken with an elder for the Great Spirit. Therefore, in adult years, a person would be considered wise, an asset in guiding his people.